Hello there. This is your girl Valerie Mason Chase back again from Marriage Beyond the Breach. What does moldy blueberries have to do with marriage? Well, I'm glad you asked because that is our topic on today's Marriage Minute. Recently, I was watching an episode of Judge Judy, and Judge Judy's my girl. I love me some Judge Judy. And she was litigating a case where there was this young man who had gotten into some trouble, and he got into the trouble with a group of his friends, and he essentially was, a pretty good young man. But the friends that he was hanging out with, their character was a little bit more unsavory. And so Judge Judy used this analogy about moldy blueberries and how you go to the supermarket and that you pick up this container of blueberries and there could be a couple of moldy ones in there. And you don't want that container. But even if you do get that container when you get home, you want to remove those moldy blueberries as quickly as possible, because if not, pretty soon they're going to be more and more and more moldy blueberries. And when I heard that, I said, wow, that is a great analogy for marriage and friendships outside of the marriage. We can have friends who love us and support us, but they're not necessarily fans of our spouse. They don't necessarily like our spouse, and they don't necessarily support our marriage. My good friend Danny told me a long time ago, he said, Val, everybody who's your friend is not necessarily a friend of your marriage. So I kind of equate that to that analogy that Judge Judy used in that case, because it's our responsibility, I think, as someone who is married or in a committed relationship, to be selective in terms of those people that we allow into our inner circle, those people that we call our friends, those people that we associate with, those people that we spend our time with, in terms of, are they supportive of our marriage and our relationship, as well as being supportive of us? Are they the kind of friends who will encourage you to do the right thing? Or are they the kind of friends who they cheat on their spouse and they encourage you to do the same thing because they don't see anything wrong with it? Are they the kind of friend who, when there is some issue going on between you and your wife, will say, listen, brother, sister, talk to your spouse, work it out. You've got a great husband, you've got a great wife, you've got a great marriage, work it out, do what you can to fix it? Or are they the kind of friend that say, look, if that was me, I'd be out of there. You need to leave him. You need to leave her. It ain't even worth all that. I mean, even the Bible instructs us to be selective. In 1 Corinthians 15:33, NIV says, do not be misled. Bad company corrupts good character. So the company we keep, it definitely matters. Some people think it doesn't matter who you hang out with, who your friends are, but the people who we are close to, they can influence us. My pastor, Dr. Darius Daniel, says all the time, it's very important who has your ear, because if someone has your ear, you can be influenced by them, whether you are aware of it or not. Whether you want to be or not is something that can definitely happen. So when I heard about those moldy blueberries, I said I absolutely equate that with marriage and selecting friends and associates and people to be in our inner circle who are going to be supportive of our marriage and encourage us to work on our marriage and save on our marriage. Because the last thing in the world we want is to hang around with some moldy blueberries. Well, I want to thank you for listening to today's episode of Marriage Minute. Like, share, subscribe, comment, whatever you need to do to support Marriage Beyond the Breach. Again, this is Marriage Beyond the Breach. And I thank you for watching today. Have a great day. Bye bye.